Hey, I'm Jacob.
And I'm Grace.
In this tour, we're going to tell you how we found a place to park our tiny home.
Why we went tiny.
And you'll never guess where we got our tiny home from.
Welcome to our tiny home. As soon as you come in here, we have the kitchen, our dining space and living room. And right down the hallway, you'll see our bathroom on the right and then our bedroom space. Our cabin is 12 feet wide by 46 feet long. The layout we really loved because it was open concept. It made it look a lot bigger. It had the wide and tall ceilings that made it look very nice and spacious. The big hallway was great because it kind of separated both this living space and kitchen from the bedroom, so it kind of made it look like and feel like it's in a little bit bigger home. So in the kitchen space, we did mainly just do painting of the cabinets, adding different knobs and hardware, and adding a different faucet. Everything else was kind of here originally. The countertops were already here, the backsplash was already here, came with the 2-burner, and it came with the microwave and the fridge. So that was really easy for us to move in. So we used to live in a 35-foot fifth wheel, so coming from a smaller space, it was really nice to have a little bit more prep space. It's a lot better to have more storage because I love to bake and Jacob loves to cook, so having some more space to kind of spread out has been really helpful. That's been my favorite part. So we have a lot of storage in our cabinets here, tons of space for all of our things. Coming from a smaller space, we had no problem moving in all of our things and reorganizing stuff. Lots of lower cabinets and some drawers as well. The pantry was not originally here in the cabin. We put that in for more storage for our food. And then our espresso maker, we use that almost every single day, sometimes twice a day because we love it. The dishwasher is absolutely a game changer coming from RV life. And then our Berkey, we have to have the filtered water. A nice big sink, much bigger than what we had in the RV. Instead of a big oven, we actually have this 10-in-1. We've been using this for several years and we absolutely love it. It does all different kinds of things. And then we have our microwave. This is also a convection oven if you want to use it as such. 2-burner electric stove. And then we also have lots of storage under here for our pans and a big nice fridge. And then we did make some storage above the fridge so we can add some more items. Tiny living does really make shopping intentional. So when you're going to get groceries or when you're going to go store for things, it's a little bit harder because you don't quite have the same storage that you would in a larger home. So that's why we did add some of the storage up on top of the fridge and up on top of the pantry, because if we wanted some canned goods, we had to just make some storage space. So in such a small space, it can be hard to find a spot for trash storage. So I found this on Facebook Marketplace. It just opens up. It's perfect. It's pretty compact, so it's easy to put in a small spot.
One of the best tips in tiny home living is finding alternatives to regular household items. For example, instead of having a typical household oven, we have a compact in size all-in-one oven. Another great example of this is the Sonic Power Mini Vacuum. And Sonic Power is a sponsor of today's video. And you can get a 20% discount by using the code TINYHOME at checkout. In our tiny home, we don't really have much space to store a traditional vacuum, which is why we love the Sonic Power, because you can store it almost anywhere, even in your car's cup holder. Its small size and attachments make it simple to clean up messes on countertops, floors, and furniture. You can even use it in hard-to-reach places, like windowsills and rafters. It packs a surprising punch for its size, and even manages really well with Mabel's fur, which, as you can imagine, gets out of control sometimes. One feature that I really like is that it charges with a USB-C cable, which I use to charge my phone and tons of other devices. So when it needs charging, it's super convenient to do so. It also has a washable HEPA filter, which is great because I don't need to buy a replacement and it reduces waste. There's even a blower attachment for the backside, so if I ever feel like coming outside and enjoying a meal, I can easily blow off all the dirt and debris. We highly recommend the Sonic Power Mini Vacuum, and if you want to get one of your own, go to the link in the description and use code TINYHOME at checkout.
These cabins came from Fort Wilderness Campgrounds in Disney World. These cabins were used as resort cabins, so a lot of people stayed in here for a one-night stay up to 6 months at a time, so it's really nostalgic for many, including myself. A lot of this furniture did come with it, and part of that is this dining room set, including the built-in bench, these chairs, and the table. A big reason why we wanted to keep it is because of the nostalgia that we had in the cabin. I spent a lot of time at the cabins when I was younger, so even just the upholstery on the back of these, we were originally thinking of replacing them, but they do have a lot of nostalgia for me without taking away from our original style and our aesthetics. We really loved the sturdiness and how great these are. I use this space not only for when we're eating and we have guests, but because I work remotely. This is mainly where I sit and I'm on my laptop or my iPad or whatever I need to do. I mainly do it right here. We love to entertain. We have lots of friends that can come over and easily be sitting here, or we can seat them on the couch here. So more than enough space, especially coming from RV life. That's huge for us. Welcome to the living room. As you can see, we have lots of light coming in here, lots of windows. I especially love it when it's golden hour and you can see the light kind of coming through here. I am an artist, so I love to create. We love to travel, so you'll see that there's a lot of my art. There's a lot of things that I've thrifted, and then there's a lot of postcards of places that we've been to. So when we're on the road traveling, I like to get postcards from different places. And I'd say my style is kind of more coastal cowgirl. I love the cottagecore kind of stuff, so you'll see a lot of that everywhere. But again, because I'm an artist, I like a lot of different things, not necessarily in one specific direction. I love to kind of curate every space differently. I love that I'm able to still put in my style and do the things that we wanted to do to make it a home for us. It makes you feel all those nostalgic feelings and all those memories come flooding back. So I love that this space still reminds me of that. This cabin did come with a couch. It was obviously used for a long time, so we decided to get rid of that and put in our own. So all this storage space is built in. It came with the cabin, so we have a lot of space for supplements, we have space for the dogs stuff, and everything in between, so we have tons of space for all of our different needs. Since this was a cabin originally taken from Walt Disney World in a resort, it has been used for 25 years. So it's got some bangs, it's got some things about it that give it character. But I will say that the construction of it has been absolutely impeccable. The quality is much better than what I've seen on the market, and that's one of the main reasons that we decided to go with this tiny home versus something else. There's a lot of wood. It's very heavy, and it's hurricane strapped down, everything like that. So even though it's used, the quality is great. Overall, I love this space. I think that what we've added to it has been great, and it holds all of our stuff amazing. So there's not much I would really want to change about it at this time. So we started RVing about 4 years ago, and we originally planned to come down here in Florida to an RV resort. So we stayed here about 4 years ago, and we fell in love with it since then. We knew we wanted to come back, and that's what we did.
We really liked the park overall, and that's kind of what triggered us to start thinking about upgrading to a tiny home.
We were looking for some tiny homes, and that's when we came across this cabin.
So the cabins were for sale for $49,900, not including tax or delivery. So for setup costs, the first major thing that we needed to do was get our tiny home leveled and blocked and hurricane strapped to the ground. It was going to be pretty expensive, so what we ended up doing is put a lot of back-breaking work into getting this place leveled and strapped down, and it was in the middle of the summer and it was hot. Our contractor friend, he did have, a lot of the tools we needed. We ended up getting really lucky with hydraulic jacks, and we bought a bunch of those at a liquidation place. So all in, we probably spent around $500 maybe to get this place leveled.
Some unexpected expenses would probably be the skirting, some of the patio or deck that you would want to put on. So I would just keep that in the back of your mind and make sure that you have some extra money put away.
So our lot rent for our spot here is $675 a month plus electric. And really that gets you a lot of really good amenities here. Multiple bathhouses, a pool, clubhouse. There's a lot of food trucks that come in every so often, and an office store as well. So it gets you a lot of really good amenities, and you know, you have your own private spot. It's perfect. So here we are in the hallway. This leads to the back of the house, which has our bathroom and bedroom back here. We also do have a little bit of a storage closet right here. We got this big buffet from a liquidation store. Grace loves interior design, and she thought that this would look perfect right here. Kind of spice up the area. It's also very helpful for lots of storage. Keep a lot of our extra shoes down there as well, and it keeps it looking tidy. All right, now let's go check out the bathroom. Welcome to the bathroom. So this is our bathroom. It is a very large bathroom for tiny living, and we love every inch of it. It's perfect for what fits for us. We do have some vaulted ceilings that really expand the space out a lot as well. This countertop and this mirror, they are both came with the cabin, so those are all original. But other than that, we've really remodeled pretty much the entire bathroom. We painted everything a nice bright white, because originally it was brown and it was really kind of a dark space, so the white walls definitely, you know, brightened it up a lot. Also, we redid the light fixtures to kind of match with the theme with the hardware. So we also repainted all these cabinets, and this storage is perfect for us. It has more than enough space for all of our toiletries, backup towels, anything like that. Also redid the faucet again to kind of match the golden theme in here. And then right here finally we have a nice gallery wall of a lot of Grace's different artworks and stuff as well, and it really brings a lot of life to the bathroom. And just on the other side of the bathroom, we have this awesome shower. This is, I would say, pretty rare to see in an actual tiny home, having a full-size shower and bath. So that has been absolutely huge for us. Plenty of space to take a bath, and I'm 6'2". I have no problem. All right, now that we're done in the bathroom, let's go to the bedroom. Welcome to the bedroom. So here we have a very good-sized bedroom. Again, for tiny living. There's so much space in here. Really, a lot of the times you don't even think about being in a tiny home. It's just a regular bedroom. So we do have the original bed frame for the house. We did swap the mattress, you know, because it was a resort at one point. Also, we have this tiny little nightstand here, and that also came with the unit. We did, although, repaint it and change the hardware, but that is also original to Disney. What is not original to Disney is this big built-in storage area. Originally, there are 2 bunk beds here that we actually received with the shipment of our house. But we decided we're not really going to use it, so we ended up selling them, and we instead repurposed this space with an awesome sliding door storage area for us. We did have a contractor friend that we hired to come help build this. I did help him build it as well, but I think he did a great job putting this thing together. It's very solid. All right, so this is the opposite side of the bedroom. This section right here with the curtain, that did originally come in the cabin as well. It did have a big safe in there, and then other than that, it was kind of used just for more utility, mops, brooms, stuff like that were kept in there. We do plan in the future, this is a perfect spot to put a washer and dryer setup. So when we originally had an electrician come out and wire our unit, we did have him route a plug for that as well. Down here, this cabinet here came with the unit, as well as the TV and the TV stand. So that's all original. What we did change is I put in these shelves myself, just to give us some added storage. So that really expanded our storage capabilities as well.
We decided to get this cabin versus getting an apartment or a house because it's unique, it's fun, and just getting the tiny home seemed like a no-brainer to us. So when we got this cabin, we started posting about it naturally, and I think that the feedback from so many people that have had a lot of memories and feelings about this cabin have been flooding in, and that's been so special because I know that I have so many memories and so much nostalgia with it, and just connecting with those people has been really cool. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to follow us along, you can go to our YouTube or our Instagram at Real and Wildflower.
Have a great day.